퀘스트인가? 17레벨 가면 될 것 같아요. 감옥.
This area will be well defended.
말을 타고 가는 게 빨랐으려나? 도시 안에서 말 타는 게 되게 참 그래. 좀 애매해. 엄청 빨리 달리기도 좀 애매하고.
We'll be watching you, Miss Dios. At least give them a welcome first. Fine. Pericles welcomes you to his symposium.
Cassandra, it's you!
호위배잖아.
Phoebe!
You said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back. But I don't remember saying you should.
돌아오지 않는다고 얘기한 적
Well,
없는데.
here I am.
여긴 어떻게 온 거야?
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe.
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
널 여기서 볼 줄은 몰랐어.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here. For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
옷은 왜 갈아입어야 하지?
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well,
왜 아스파시아 밑에서 일하는 거야?
how is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky.
다 준비됐어.
I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
알았어. 갈아입을게.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
자,
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
소포클레스에 대해 들어본 적 있습니다. 소포클레스가 오이디푸스 저거 쓴 사람인가? 소포클레스에 대해 들어본 적 있습니다.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
소크라테스가 여기 오다니 놀랍습니다.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect.
몸 좋은 거 봐요, 아저씨.
Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
저 사람 괜찮은 거야? 많이 취한 거 같은데?
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mistios like you think of a party like this?
알키비아데스는 재미있는 구석이 있는 것 같습니다.
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan. Maybe he fights like one too.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight or end one.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
그럼 어서 가보십시오.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
자, 어머니에 대한 정보 수집하기. 다중 퀘스트를 수락했는데. 퀘스트. 기름과 사랑. 알키비아데스랑 소포클레스. 일단 알키비아데스 먼저. 아니 이 소리는?
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door
염소랑 하던 거야 지금?
wide open for you.
파티가 한창인 것 같은데.
I thought this party was tame even by Athenian standards. Until now.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting other parts.
Ali, we're out of oil again. Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but Aspasia keeps complaining about me walking unencumbered through her symposiums.
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
난 스파르타 여인을 찾고 있다. 아니, 내가 올리브 오일을 가져다 주지.
After your display earlier, it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long.
그래, 오일을 가져옵시다.
If you don't get the oil soon.
기름이 어딨지? 여기 있나?
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
단서를 그건 싸움이 아니었습니다.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that.
포티오스랑 똑같이 생겼는데?
And you are?
같은 모델링을 쓰나?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous Xanthodontus exothalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
그러니까 한바탕 소란을 피워달라는 말이군요.
You want to get Euripides drunk. Are you hoping he's gonna make an even bigger scene than you did?
Ha! We both know that's not possible. But you're a feisty one, to say the least.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
페리클레스는 왜 당신을 초대한 거죠?
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen.
에우리피데스에게 화가 난 이유가 뭡니까?
You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with that banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
분위기 좀 살려볼까요?
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
저기요.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
달콤한 포도주 좀 주십시오.
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
노예가 저렇게 건방져도 되는 거야? 숙성된 포도주. 여기 올리브 오일인가? 좋아요. 너 먼저 처리하자.
A new face in Pericles' abode. Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing.
You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
날 아기처럼 부르지 마.
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides?
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
절 먼저 도와주는 게 어떻습니까?
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
술 마시기 시합이나 하시죠.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we argives drink.
소포클레스와 얘기하는 게 어떻습니까?
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
페리클레스는 왜 당신을 초대한 거죠?
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
쭉 들이키시죠.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
한 잔 더.
Ready for more?
I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand.
약간 조사 파트라서
Let's have
그런지
some more.
대화가 좀 대사가 많네요. 한 잔 더.
You ready for another?
이런 거 좀 약간 축약을 했으면 더 좋았을 텐데 좀 늘어지는 감이 있어. 헐.
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity.
아르골리스.
I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates.
히포크라테스도 나오네요.
Best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
소포클레스에게 돌아가기? 그래, 돌아가자.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
앞에 있는 사람도 못 알아볼 겁니다.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, Tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
자, 이번에는 알키비아데스한테 가도록 하죠. 경험치 정말 많이 준다. 올리브 오일을 가져왔습니다.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
왜 당신은 페리클레스와 전혀 다르지?
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than usual, too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
왜 당신은 소크라테스에게 완전히 빠진 것 같지?
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
자, 여기 기름.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
옷부터 벗지.
Time for some fun. You'll have to help me strip off these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
아니, 파티가 끝나면 어떡해. 이렇게 밤새도록 놀다가.
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever
코린토스에
met
있었다?
have been in Corinthia.
기녀를 말하는 거군.
Theatera. I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts. Ali! Come back inside! Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusha in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
기름과 사랑. 레벨업.
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating air-blooded. I've had my fill.
Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point again.
이보쇼.
Being so new to Athens and gaining access to this symposium is no small feat. Though you said there are things you wouldn't do, you gained Pericles' trust so quickly.
I've made my choice.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
이거 흥미롭군요.
You have been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
We're discussing the nature of rules. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos.
would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
이건 시간 낭비야.
This argument between you two is pointless.
Perhaps. How do you define art?
I'm not getting dragged into this.
Very well. Answer this. Does the artist not give form and symmetry to her subject?
Well, yes.
Laws and justice do much the same for people, do they not? And is there any better way to communicate the story of a people than by revealing its customs and laws? If yes, then ruling, and thus justice, must be an art, as Thrasymachos says.
If you say so.
Aspasia.
그녀가 왔군. 페리클레스의 아내 같은 사람인가?
You shouldn't be too hard on Socrates. He really has a brilliant mind, even if he comes off a little strong.
He isn't always like that, is he?
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
필요한 일을 했을 뿐이요.
I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. I make no apologies.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
모기까지 있었으면 금상첨화였을 텐데요.
I'd be more comfortable in these clothes if I had a blade in my hand.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
어떤 요인을 쫓고 있습니다.
I'm searching for a woman who fled Sparta with her child years ago. I was hoping you might help.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia.
크세니아.
When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
페리클레스를 데려와라. 어디로 가야 돼? 올라가는 계단이 있을 텐데. 응? 계단이 어딨지? 미안해요. 파쿠르가 안 돼. 여긴 부엌이고. 어떻게 올라가는 거야? 여기 계단이 어딥니까? 아, 여기구나. 헤로도토스랑 같이 있군요.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
아스파시아가 보냈습니다.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
네, 안녕히 주무세요. 왜 피디아스를 탈출시키려고 한 겁니까?
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
왜 당신 친구를 추방한 거죠?
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
메티오코스를 위험한 곳으로 보낸 이유가 뭡니까?
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
드릴 말씀이 있습니다.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
교단의 위협을 심각하게 받아들이셔야 합니다.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
자, 연애 떠나기. 이제 떠나자. 정말 지루한 시간이었어.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need a weapon after all. Are you leaving?
떠날 준비가 됐지.
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
케오스로 갈 거야.
There's a woman on the island of Chaos that I need to meet. I think I'll head there first.
I've heard there are pirates there.
I'll be sure to be careful.
Good. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia about Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay, thanks. I knew I could count on you.
그 가족 나한테 감사하면서 살고 있다고 했는데. 뛰어난 지성.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra.
교단원 단서를 얻었다. 야, 경험치 많이 준다. 봅시다. 기녀를 쫓아서 해적의 환대. 퀘스트가 3개가 생겼어. 어둠 속에서는 교단원 사냥이고, 해적 크세니아, 히포크라테스. 이제 슬슬 드디어 레벨이 따라잡혔는데, 여길 먼저 갈 게 아니라 18레벨 퀘를 먼저 가야겠죠. 해적 케오스 섬 딱 떴네. 내가 케오스 간다고 했는데 케오스 섬이 18레벨이에요. 해적의 복수 서쪽에 코레시아에 있다. 일단 크세니아를 만나러 가야겠네. 봅시다. 지도를. 야, 여기서 근데 퀘스트를 좀 하고 가야 되나? 어차피 끝내면 금방 갈 것 같긴 한데. 불행의 섬 여긴데요. 하르팔로스. 얘 잡을 수 있겠네. 살라미스 섬은 여기 올 일이 있으려나? 일단은 가도록 합시다. 배를 타고 가야 되나 무조건?